69.2. I'm just going to take my progress photos and videos. This is 1 week after dieting. I was going to say bulking then, but 1 week after my mini cut, and I'm definitely feeling a lot less bloated, which is great. So and there we go. We are 1 kilo down on the scales. I'm feeling less bloated and I'm excited for the week ahead. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another video and to a full day of eating on a rest day. This is episode 2 of my mini cut series, and I thought what a better way to do our second episode than with a full day of eating, because I know how much you guys love it. And I've been coming up with some really good recipes recently, which are high in protein and sort of lower on the calories, but still like really filling, and I wanted to share them with you. So this morning I was actually at my family home in Kent because, long story short, my dad wasn't very well over the last few days, so I kind of had to go home. So I had a mini breakfast there. I always have 2 breakfasts, so if you're new here, then hello, welcome. I have 2 breakfasts today. So yeah, for breakfast number 1, I had a protein shake. I'll insert a little clip here so you guys can see. It was like a chocolate peanut butter protein shake, and it was just so good. They're like my favorite things to start the day because it's such an easy way to get your protein in, and I really struggle sometimes. So if I start the day off on the right foot, I feel like the rest of the day is going to go well. So I had that, and then I actually had a Belvita. I'm going to show you because I feel like I finally found my favorite snack, and this is them. They are the best things ever. Like, they're just so good to start the day. It's a blueberry soft bake. I normally eat this on my morning walk, but obviously because I've been at my dad's, I haven't gone on a morning walk yet, but I am going to go today, trust me. But yeah, these I fully recommend. I mean, obviously they are just carbs, but they just taste so good. So if you want like a quick and easy snack, then definitely try these. So in my morning shake, there were 353 calories and basically 30 grams of protein. I don't know, I just feel like it's such a great way to start the day, and it keeps you really full as well. So yeah, if you're struggling to hit your protein intake, definitely look at your breakfast. But anyways, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do. My little family's growing and I'd love for you to join. But okay guys, so we are gonna start the day off with one of my fave breakfasts when I'm on like a little bit of a diet, because it doesn't feel like a diet breakfast, and I wanted to share it with you. So we're going to be making a protein granola bowl. Before we start cooking, I just wanted to show you this food shop that I just picked up. It's a very small one, but I definitely picked up some good finds, including this. It's like protein bread. It's called, okay, I don't know how you say that. Flelo? Flelo? I don't know. How is that? Is that Flelo? Anyways, it's high in protein, lower in carbs, and I actually couldn't believe this when I picked it up. It says, per serving, which is 1 slice, 86 calories, we've got 2.8 grams of fat, so it is slightly higher in fat compared to normal bread, and then you've got 8.1 grams of protein per slice. Like, how is that even possible? I don't know. I feel like if this actually tastes good, this might be like a game changer to the diet of all diets, but obviously if it doesn't taste good, then scrap that. I just want to see like how big each slice is. Okay, so it smells like malty. Oh. Okay, that's a slice. It is quite dense, I guess. But I mean, if you can get like 20 grams of protein, basically, from 2 slices of bread, I feel like we're onto a win. Okay, so I also picked up, I got some strawberries because I'm going to be putting that on the protein granola bowl. We've got some crumpets because these are my favourite snack. They just taste so good with butter and jam. I don't know, I feel like I could never give up crumpets. And they do actually do like crumpet thins now. I think they are only in Tesco. But yeah, if you've seen them, let me know. Kieran actually sent me a photo of some he found the other day, but he didn't actually pick me up some, and I thought that was really rude. And then we've got some low-fat mozzarella, so I'm back to like the lighter foods now, just because it saves, you know, calories where we need to. So lighter cheese, skimmed milk, all of that jazz. We've got some cucumber, but I actually bought this from my dad's house. Then we've got some fresh tomato and basil sauce. You'll see why, but dinner basically consists of this. I don't know if you can guess. And it's a really quick and easy dinner, which anyone can put together, like after work when you're in a rush and you just want some good food. So excited for that later. Got some lighter matured cheddar, lettuce, then these 5% beef meatballs, and again, I'll show you later. my all-time diet staple, which are turkey breast rashers. I don't normally get this brand, but I'm pretty sure turkey breast, that's a bit of a turkey breast bacon is all the same. Then we just got some Oatly Barista, an essential. And then just some air mist for the flat. Okay guys, let's make my protein granola bowl. I'm so hungry. And I'll pop the ingredients on the screen as I add them into the bowl. It's really as simple. You literally just put all the ingredients together, mix it, then fry it off, and then you just assemble your bowl. And there we are, there is our protein granola. There is my protein granola bowl for 445 calories and 30 grams of protein. Guys, how good does that look? Oh, it's literally my favorite thing. So one of you actually asked me on Instagram, because I put a questions box out, about how you can adjust your meals. Say like if you have a partner and they're not dieting. I think a lot of people assume when they diet that they have to eat foods that just aren't good and aren't tasty, and I completely understand why. But just because you're dieting doesn't mean you can't eat the same foods as your partner. What I actually do, say like if Kieran is round in the evening, is I'll make enough portions for 4 people, and then I'll have one of those portions and he'll have 2 or 3 if he really wants it. And that's like the best way to kind of do it. So say if you, for instance, made like a bolognese, you could literally make that for 4 people, divide it into 4 once you finish cooking it. So you could either weigh it, like the whole thing, and divide it by 4, or you could kind of like guesstimate it. And then, yeah, you would just have 1 portion and they would have like 2 or 3. And that's the best way to do it when it comes to that kind of thing. But just don't overcomplicate it, because I feel like a lot of people stress about it, and there's nothing to be stressed about. It's just about making like a conscious decision to only have like your quarter. And the same thing goes like if you're cooking meals for your children as well. Just because you're dieting doesn't mean like you can't eat similar foods. You're just gonna obviously have to adapt and try and eat things that they like, but maybe like make them slightly healthier and more macro friendly, which will be beneficial for them as well. Okay, so here goes. I'm so excited for this. Have to get a bit of the granola, then the yogurt and the fruit. It's literally a game changer. I don't know if you haven't made this before, you honestly need to make it. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as to how my first week of being on a mini cut has gone. So if you hadn't followed my journey, like my bulk journey, then I actually got my calories up from around 1,800 a day to 2,765. And to be honest, I think some days I was actually eating a little bit more than that, because I don't know, towards the end of my bulk, I was kind of like getting a bit tired each day, and I was like tracking till like mid-afternoon and then just guesstimating the evening meal, and it was definitely more calories. So yeah, I got my calories up quite a bit and I made some really great progress that I'm really proud of. But I started to do a mini cut now, and this has been week 1. The start of last week was hard. I was so hungry, and I didn't think that would be the case, but that was the case. I was really hungry and I did struggle to kind of not go over my calories on some days. I did manage to stick to them, and my weight actually came down. So the last time I actually weighed myself was on the weekend, and it's now Wednesday, but I haven't weighed myself because I haven't been in my apartment, and there's no point in weighing yourself, by the way, if you are using a different scale, because it's going to be very irrelevant. So I'm going to step on the scales tomorrow morning and do like a bit of a body update. So what I'll do at the end of this video is I'll insert those clips, and then you guys can see like my stats now. But when I last weighed myself, so at the start of this journey, I was 70.5 kilos. And when I last weighed myself on Sunday, I was 69.8. So I've definitely obviously made progress in my first week, but it's really important to know that like in your first week, you're gonna lose a lot of water weight, and that's why the scale will drop quite a bit normally. But I'm actually not using the scale to like determine my progress, because I really don't care. But I feel a lot less bloated and a lot leaner already, which is great. One thing I really wanna prioritize though, like over the next 6 weeks, is just to ensure that my training still goes really well, because I don't want that to like sacrifice from like being on lower calories, if that makes sense. So I do want to keep my calories as high as possible. So for this next week, I'm actually going to keep my calories the same. I've seen great progress this week, feeling better in myself. Like calories are at 2,425 and they're working for me, which is good. I think a lot of people underestimate the power of just changing something so small when it comes to dieting. So for me, over this past week, instead of just like slashing calories, obviously I've dropped them ever so slightly by like 200. But one thing I've really focused on this week is actually my steps and like my energy output. So I actually looked on Apple Health at the weekend just to see like what the difference was in my activity from this last week compared to obviously when I was bulking. And on average, I was burning 767 calories a day over this last week. And before it was 596. So that's around like 170 calories extra I've been burning every single day over the last 7 days because I've been making a conscious effort to just get in 2,000 extra steps a day. So that is like, I think that's like 1,200 calories I'm burning extra a week. So a small change like that can just really affect your progress. So it's so important to not neglect the small stuff. Now that it's getting slightly warmer, I really like to try and incorporate a lot more salads into my weekly meals just because they're so fresh and I feel like they're just not like heavy. I don't know, in winter I always go towards like hot warming foods, but in summer I'm definitely more of like a lighter kind of food person. So for lunch, we're gonna be making a pasta salad, and I love pasta salads because they're just so bloody easy and you can meal prep them. And if you're someone that like works in an office, this doesn't need heating either. And I don't know, like I love chicken, of course, like all my meals are kind of based around chicken, but sometimes when you reheat it, it doesn't taste that great. So I'm all for meals that you can kind of just literally take out the fridge and eat there and then. So yeah, we're gonna make a turkey bacon pasta salad, and it tastes absolutely unbelievable and it's so quick and easy. And if you don't like turkey bacon, you can just add in like chicken or even like salmon, whatever you want. You can just like really switch up the protein sources. So these are the ingredients that you're gonna need. So to make this pasta salad, we're gonna use some lighter mature cheese. We've got cucumber, lettuce, iceberg, tomatoes, light mayo, turkey bacon, but like I said, you can use any meat sauce that you like, and then just 120 grams of dried pasta. I love this one. I don't know, I feel like it's so good in pasta salads. So to make these, it's so simple. You literally just need to cook off your meat. So obviously I'm just gonna fry the bacon and then boil the pasta, drain it, make sure it's cool. I just run like some cold water over it. And then we just basically put it all in a bowl and mix it. And there we go, there is my bacon pasta salad. How easy was that? And this whole bowl serves two, so each portion is absolutely huge. So I know a lot of you struggle with how would you kind of divide this into meals. So because I'm eating this whole bowl, but obviously over like 2 days, it doesn't matter if I have more today and less tomorrow or vice versa, because it's going into my body. So if I'm having more today, yes, I might be slightly over my calories, but I'm having less tomorrow, so I'm gonna be slightly under tomorrow, but I'm gonna track it the same. So it doesn't matter if it's not like completely weighed out perfectly. This whole bowl has 438 calories and 31 grams of protein, and it's just so easy to meal prep. I'd really recommend. Do you know what? I am so done with the English weather. Like, I have been getting my steps in every single day, and today I've only got in 4,000, and my plan was to go on a lovely afternoon walk. Guys, it's literally heavy rain, and it says on BBC Weather, it's raining all day, thunder and lightning, apparently, until 8 PM. Great. I actually can't, like, I can't do anymore. But anyways, let's tuck into this delish pasta. So good. And I did at one point have more calories on my training days compared to my rest days, and that was at the beginning of my bulk, but then I quickly realized that actually I don't really need to do that. So yeah, throughout like this cut, I'm actually having the same amount of calories whether I'm working out or not. And it's actually important to find out what works for you, and I feel like for me that works the most, because what I eat on one day I really find will really affect the next, and I feel like that is the same for a lot of people. But yeah, it's just finding out what works for you, and if you feel like you need more on your training days, then definitely do that. 2 of them. So there is a gap and it's looking sunny, so I'm gonna go on my walk because I promised to myself that I was gonna go for a walk every day, preferably in the morning, but that hasn't happened today. And yeah, just try and get my steps up because it does just help me so much and also helps me mentally. Like I feel like all I've been doing this morning is working, so I need to get out, I need to get a little bit of fresh air and I just need to clear my mind. So let's go on a walk. Oh, okay, we are back. I did about 6,000 steps. So that took me 45 minutes and I've now done 8,000 steps. So I always said when I kind of started this mini cut that I wanted to do between 8 to 10K a day, or even obviously more if I can. But I don't want to put like too much pressure on myself, and I think you kind of have to be very realistic about what you do. And I think everyone kind of goes for like 10K, but if you're someone that has a desk job, you might not be able to, let's be real. So I would just kind of set yourself something that's a bit more than what you have been doing. So for me, I was doing like 6,000 to 7,000, but now I'm doing 8,000 to 10,000, just depending on my day. But yeah, it's just a small thing like that can really help. Okay, so I always like to have an afternoon snack. So today I'm gonna have 60 grams of these Cookie Crisp cereals with around 100 ml of skimmed milk. I absolutely love these. They're just so good. And I feel like I switch my cereal every single week to make it a little bit more interesting. And there we go. There's my afternoon snack whilst I do some work. I just love cereal, it's so good. It is dinner time, guys. The glasses are on because my eyes are tired. I feel like I've literally just been working all day, but I'm excited for dinner. And I feel like it's so important to include the foods that you love because it gives you something to look forward to. Like I feel like all day I've been looking forward to this meal. But anyways, for dinner we're gonna be making these, I don't know what to call them. I was just thinking of a name. I'm gonna call them meatball burger buns, because that's exactly what they are and they're so good. And these are actually so good for like tear and share, say at like a party or with the family as well. Like you can just all dig in and it's just so good. So these are the ingredients that you're gonna need, and this recipe is so easy to make. All you've got to do is cook your meatballs. So I'm just gonna pop mine in the air fryer. Then you just prepare like your whole meatball bun, and then you can either pop them under the grill or in the oven. So yeah, it's completely up to you, but this is how you do it. Okay, so for this recipe, we're gonna need some lean beef meatballs. I've got these 5% fat ones. These are from Sainsbury's. We've got some light mozzarella. Then we're gonna need some marinara sauce, but I just picked this one up because it's fresh and I don't know, I was just being fancy. But anyway, it's just tomato and basil. And then we've got a pack of 6 buns. Oh, can you just appreciate that cutting? Like, that was skilled. Okay, so buns assembled. Now I'm just gonna pop them under the grill to melt the cheese, and then we will pop on the tops. Oh my goodness, look how good they look, like, sorry. And then I've just actually toasted a couple of the bun tops to make them a little crispy. And there we are. And then obviously you can pop all the other tops on as well, and then you can literally just like tear and share. So there is my dinner for 513 calories and 40 grams of protein. Guys, how good do they look? Just so yum, and they're perfect for the family. So one thing I will say about these is that obviously they are quite difficult to eat. But I feel like it's a pick up and bite situation. And then when it all flops out, just get your fork. It's so good. One of the things I think a lot of people struggle with is eating enough protein when their calories are slightly lower, but I feel like your protein intake just never really changes. And what I would really suggest is just try and pick foods that are leaner. So obviously when you're bulking, you can afford to have like full fat bacon and chicken thighs, whereas when you're cutting, it's probably more advisable to get like turkey bacon or chicken breast. So by swapping things like that, you're gonna hit your protein intake still, but you're gonna get less carbs and less fats. So it's always worth doing something like that. And one tip I always do is I like to plan my day of food in the morning, just roughly, like it doesn't have to be a completely accurate plan, but just roughly, and then I know exactly what I'm gonna eat and when, and it just makes the whole day so much easier. Guys, it is 8 o'clock. I'm so tired. I feel like today has been the longest day ever. And I was watching some YouTube and then I looked at the time and I was like, wow, it's 8 o'clock and I'm still working basically. But yeah, I'm basically gonna wind down now. I'm gonna have a shower, have a cup of tea, a decaf one, because I cannot drink caffeine in the evening. If I have a cup of tea with caffeine in it, I will be up all night, like all night. So yeah, I'm gonna have that. And then a couple of milk chocolate digestives, because why not? And that's always what I plan on my ELL-EVATE app when I track my food, because it just gives me something to look forward to and I feel like it's so important to do that. But anyways, total calories for today, we have basically hit our goals. So I've had 2,440 and the goal was 2,425. So literally bang on. We've got 157 grams of protein. The target was 140, but I don't mind if I go over slightly on the protein, it's fine. Carbs 291, target was 320. Fats 70 and target was 65. So I always say, like, as long as you hit your protein and you stay within the calories, that is the most important thing. And it is, because the protein's what's going to keep you full, and it's obviously great for muscle growth and recovery, and it's what's needed to maintain all the muscle that I've worked for. And then the fats and carbs, it literally is just personal preference. Like, I actually, to tell you the truth, I don't really look at the fats and carbs in the day. As long as I hit the protein and calories, then I'm all good. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off from here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tracked all of my food on ELL-EVATE. It's so easy, and if you haven't downloaded it, make sure that you do, because you can download it from just £4.16 a month. And I think my Fitness Pal is really expensive now. Someone told me. I feel like it's like £15 a month, which is crazy. But yeah, I'll leave a link below if you do want to sign up. And as always, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you at the same time next week. Bye bye.